Welcome to RFL First Take. I'm joined here today by D-Main LaFleur, Dr. Doom, and our special guest, the most controversial user in the RFL, Donovan the Belt Baker.
The
Alright,
biggest
guys.
stepper.
Biggest stepper, okay. So, I want to know, Donovan, first and foremost, like, what's the potential of your team? What are you looking at this year?
Oh, Super Bowl or bust. That's the way we see it, We went out and got a few people, actually a lot of people, We had a plan, executed it to the most fullest.
Okay.
And we weren't really looking to give away, we were more looking to receive, get as much depth as possible. That's what we did. We wanted safeties and tight ends. That's what we value the most, and that's what we went out and got. Ready to rock and roll.
Okay.
Looks like you've acquired two Jordan Reed, a top tier tight end from the Redskins. How do you feel that move? How do you feel that move? Where does that move take your team?
Okay, I like that question. We inquired of the wide receiver market, and we didn't really see anything that was, standing out. Didn't really see anybody worth taking in. So went out and got Jordan Reed because we feel like he could play slot in for us. That's like our tight end / slot position. We feel like that could take our offense to the next level.
Okay.
Question then. So early in the season, you acquired rookie Irv Smith. Where does that leave him in the rotation? Is he still going to be a tight end? Is he just an apprentice? Where does that leave him?
We feel like Jordan Reed doesn't have a lot left in the tank, So we feel like in either 1 or 2 years, Irv Smith will be that next tight end backup for Hunter Henry.
I'm sorry. Looking at your depth chart, I also see that you acquired Ryan Kerrigan, and he's an outside linebacker, and you got him sitting here defensive tackle. I'm confused. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Tell me something. Tell me what's going on there.
Okay, we know Madden with the update went ahead and got double teamed, so we feel like Bosa was going to be double teamed a whole lot. And so we went out and got Ryan Kerrigan just in case that they do double team Bosa. He can win those one-on-one matchups in the trenches. He has good block shed, great power move, great strength. So them guards, I don't think they're ready for Ryan Kerrigan. There's something new. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think he's a little bit faster than your average D tackle. So he's gonna make a pretty good impact right there. So, hey, D-Man LaFleur, Doom, I want to know how far you think this Chargers team can go.
It's kind of what Coach Baker said. It's really Super Bowl or bust for their season. They got a lot of old pieces. Their defense got a lot older when it comes to the linebacker core. Secondary still got some youth in it. They get a little older with Richard Sherman, but moving him to safety prolongs his life. I just want to see if they can get it done during this year, because to me, this is their best window before Thomas Davis or somebody like that gets a little too old to keep up with the Young Bucks.
Dr. Doom?
I agree as well. Super Bowl or bust. He got he's in a very good space there in the division. Give me a second. He's 6-0 there. They also have the Raiders at 4-2 and the Chiefs at 3-3. I think his only threat right now is the Raiders. The Raiders acquired a lot of offensive line. Again, Super Bowl or bust. We know Coach Baker. He has all of these deep concepts. I don't know if he has that one receiver that can get wide, get deep, and do what he like to do. He acquired Deebo Samuel from the 49ers. I'm not sure, but it's the tail of the tape. Can Philip get it done?
And that's why I think
can they get it done?
And let me tell you why. This isn't the same, the belt of years past. This is new and improved. We got a new concept. Our concept is run the ball, play defense. Last year it was more of a sling the rock down the field 50 yards at a time and just try to beat you offensively, But now we slowed the game down a little bit. And that's why I think Super Bowl is in our near future.
All right. So Donovan, I'm gonna say this because the fans are thinking it. Your record's a little tainted. I think your combined record for the teams you went against is like 2-24 or something ridiculous like that. So I mean, your next game right here is a prove it game. You're going against the Chicago Bears, best defense, second, I say top 5 defense in the league right now. I mean, what's your prediction for this next game?
Honestly, I think a blowout. He just lost 9-26 to Mike B. And I'm thinking maybe 45-14.
45-14 versus that vaunted Bears defense. That's,
what has Devin? What has he done? I mean, I see the record, but you want to say my record's tainted. Let's take a look at his record. Let's see who he's facing.
Who's actually faced? Okay, let's scroll through. All right, so the Bears so far this year they've faced the Packers, the Broncos, Redskins, the Vikings, the Raiders, and then lost to one of the only positive teams on their record or on their schedule this year. So you think this record is flawed?
Yeah, I think it's just as flawed as the Chargers, but the difference is the Chargers are the real deal. You know what I'm saying? We dominate every game.
But he faced the Packers, who are currently in the playoff picture, and the Raiders, who are on your heels for the AFC West. Those are two tests that are way harder than anything on your schedule.
I see what you're saying, but I think the Packers are a D-plus user. You know what I'm saying? That he barely slipped past. So I don't really want to hear anything about that game.
You hear it here first.
Dominance over the Raiders.
Say it again, D-Man.
What about his dominance over the Raiders?
I actually respected that win, but KP, if you can get up early on KP, is most likely going to be a blowout because he has to rely on throwing the ball, which he can't do. So that I'm pretty sure his game plan was to go in, try to get early lead, and he perfected. And that's why the result was a blowout.
Wow. So you heard it here first. I believe he said a 45-14 win over the Bears.
Oh man, that's
tough.
I can't wait to see this one.
I can't wait to see Coach Radford's face. I can't wait. All right. So look, Doom, Baker, LaFleur, you got a bunch of 0-5 teams in the league right now. I think we have 4 of them left. What's your thoughts on this? I mean, this is like week 7 in the league, and we still have teams that haven't won one game.
Coach Baker, you got the floor.
Okay, let me just pull these records up so I know exactly who's on 5.
So I know for sure we have the Titans, the Dolphins, the
okay,
Cardinals,
I got it up.
the Steelers. Yeah.
I honestly think it's pitiful. I mean, but it's expected from users like Dig, new user Kenneth, Reggie, and Davin, I think his name is not. He hasn't really done anything for me to know how to say his name. So but yeah, it's expected, so it's not surprising.
It's not surprising. Okay, understood. I mean, so user like this actually be in the league. That came up. That was a thing this week where there was a question in the air: should we boot a user if they're trash, if their thumbs aren't good enough?
Over time, I just think they're a waste of space, and it doesn't really benefit anyone. So it's a user like Walt Omega, for example, him having 2 easy wins per year. You know what I'm saying? That isn't really helping anybody. You know what I'm saying? I just think we gotta get rid of some of these users that can't win at least 3 games.
Oh yeah.
Because what improvement? Like, we gotta see improvement. We gotta see that you want to be here, and that's the only way that we can really see that you want to be here is by winning at least 3 games.
Yeah, show them what the RFL feel like. All right. So another user that comes to mind when you say 0-3 or starting off really bad and then improving though is the Hitman. I want to know if you all believe the Hitman is dead. Is Brandon Smith, Coach Smith, our most winningest coach in RFL history? Is he dead?
Ooh.
Dead is such a strong word.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna admit that. Like I'm not gonna ever put his thumbs down. But the caveat that, because I'm the one who's been like the most like on his neck. Because honestly, I want to wake him up. I want to see that. I want to see the giant, man. I don't want to be. Yeah, I don't want to see. I don't want to see. I don't want to beat a has-been. I want to beat the real thing. So, but if we look at his wins, he hasn't beat anybody we care about. He beat a 1-win Lions team who beat a defeated team, all defeated team. He beat Mundy, who had no wins, and I don't even remember the 3rd win. It's not very impressive at all.
The Colts.
And
The Colts were the third win.
The Colts.
Colts
So
were
another
the
team with like one win.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't know. I don't know.
You know,
I don't know where to put the stock at.
Because he did lose to the three
I'll
positive
speak on
record
this for a
teams.
moment. I'll speak on this for 1 second.
Okay.
You know, if you look at his L's, Jaguars 6-0, Raiders 4-2, Ravens 7-0. So that's all close L's. You know what I'm saying? Now I think the thing is with Hitman is you know he's one that's really quiet, likes to dominate, but he was really coming out of character this Madden. You know what I'm saying? All over Facebook, posting and being friendly with everyone. I think that's where he messed up. Wasn't playing enough games. He thought it was gonna be the same old Madden from years past, and I think that's where it really got away from him.
Okay.
But I think he's awakened. I think he's not where his potential is, but real soon I think he's gonna be back at the top.
So playoffs this year?
I mean, I'm just looking at his next few games. I see he has the Broncos, who hasn't fared
Easy
off
one.
too well. He's got the Packers.
He's in his head.
Who's
That's an easy
played.
dub.
Yeah. I mean, he's looking like he's gonna have an up and down season here. He's had a couple of decent wins, but not so impressive teams. He got the Vikings. The Breeze came in on a slippery slope. I'd say that's a win as well. Then he got the Titans. That's a dub. Then he got the Chargers week 11. So we can come out of this thing going 6-3.
And just think,
going into the 1, 6, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 3 going into the Chargers game week 11. I can see that scenario.
Yeah, very possible. Very possible.
and you know he's only 10 points away from being undefeated. Only 10.
Crazy stat right there. Crazy stat. All right. So, with some other users on the tip of your tongue, we got a couple users. I want to do buying and selling. Are we buying or selling these teams? These are teams that are either new to the league or they're building up their own stock. So we got Laperio, right? The 7-0 Ravens. Are y'all buying or selling?
Fine.
I'm selling.
Doom.
I'm gonna have to buy him. Looking at the rest of the schedule, I'm buying.
Okay.
That's a real deal.
Dab, I want to know why
Wait,
you're
are we
selling.
buying? So one more question. Are we buying that he makes playoffs, or what is the buying selling thing?
We're
Buying that
buying
he's the real
stock.
deal.
Yes, he's the real deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I want to know why
I
you're
would have to
selling.
go with buy.
Are you switching to buy? Okay.
I would have to change. I would have to change the buy.
All right. So now we got.
With wins over Hitman and let's say I would have to buy.
Yeah. I say you got to
And
respect.
Kenny.
He beat our.
And Kenny.
Yeah. Top 15 users. He beat basically the best in this league, right? Team or not, you know.
Yeah.
So next we have on the list is Tony. We got Tony, Coach McCutcheon with the Rams. Are we buying or selling?
I'm buying.
I'm postponing my answer to after this game.
Ooh.
I have my reasoning.
Yeah, understood.
I have my reason because one, he has to face the Falcons.
Yeah.
Tough test. And the other tough test he had was a washed up potato. He got washed. So
I watched a potato. Can we put that on record? Someone write that down in the back.
4-3. This is not the same potato that we know.
Oh no, this is not. This is not.
Lost the spell, lost the Tony, or didn't lose the Tony, but he's 4-2. But he's 4-2 because he had a bye week this week. But lost the spell, got dominated front to back by Laperio. He ain't fully washed up, but that's not the
Wait a
same
second.
impact.
He lost to the Seahawks too.
There's that third loss. I knew there was a third loss.
Yeah, there was a third loss in there.
There it is. I knew I wasn't crazy. So he got dominated. Like if I remember correctly, Coach Griffin put up 60-something points on the Rams. So I think he has potential, but I want to see if he buckles or not.
You know, while we're talking about the Browns, I think they missed the playoffs this year.
Oof, that's a hot take right there. Gina, write that down in the back.
I can't say. He's in my division, and we just lost to him, so I can't. I won't say. We'll see how he come out here and play against the Falcons. He got the Falcons, Bengals, bye, Steelers, Bears, Ravens, Cardinals. So we'll see. We'll see.
I'm buying the Rams. You know, he took a year off last year, and I think they're hungry. I think the head coach is extremely hungry. And I think they get a win tonight over the Falcons. And
another hot take. This guy's going off. But so next up on the list, right? We have the Chargers' next opponent, the Bears, and Coach Radford. Are we buying and selling this performance so far? Buying or selling them?
I believe both teams leave that stadium with a loss.
This new Donovan, I don't know. I know you're here on the panel with us today, but I'm gonna have to go with the Bears on this one. I'm buying the Bears in this one, buddy. This new thing you're trying, this new run game, and new slow the game down. That's not your game. I got the Bears winning this one.
I gotta go with myself, but let me tell you why. I just think I have the most complete game out of any user in the league now. Let's just think about it. I was the most pure pocket passer in recent history, and now I've added another dimension with this whole run game.
You said pocket passer.
I'm sorry?
Coach Baker.
Now, come on.
Hey, Coach Baker.
Come on now. Let's
we not on here fibbing, are we?
Define pocket for me.
Yeah.
Just the entire field?
When he says pocket, he means side pocket.
That's from sideline to sideline.
Right pocket.
Sideline to sideline. Oh, okay.
Pocket means sideline.
Okay. Understood.
Okay. That's new for us. Go ahead.
All right, well, like I was saying, we really limit our turnovers. As far as accuracy, that's just what I've been doing for many years. 60 touchdowns, 15 interceptions type seasons, and now we've slowed the game down. We really limit our turnovers, and I just don't see us losing this whole season. But if I do catch these first 10 games, like I said, free TVs for everyone, free 60-inch Samsung TVs for everyone.
All right, you heard it here first. Put in your orders now. Because the Bears coming home with a victory, week 8. All right, so check us out.
I want to.
Oh, go ahead.
I want an LG, by the way. I'm just letting him know I want an LG TV, not Samsung.
Yeah. The next thing we're gonna talk about today are the biggest risers and fallers since the league has began. So, who are your biggest risers and fallers of the league so far? I know we've discussed Tay and the coach of the Browns falling down in the ranks. We got Brandon Smith falling down in the ranks a little bit. I want to know who you're most surprised by, who you're most impressed by this season. Tell me what's on your mind.
I'm really most surprised by the Ravens. I just didn't see most users who are new to our league, they don't really succeed as like what he's doing. So that's just very surprising for him to come out 7-0, beat our best users. I just didn't see it coming.
I'm surprised by the Bills. Bills 5-1, how they shaking up the roster. The tail is in the tape. He's playing good football over there. I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised by Kane Neff and his Bills.
Two very good picks for surprises. I'm going to go with a different narrative, though. My biggest surprise so far is the Seahawks coach, Kenny McCullough. And it's not because the roster's awful or anything crazy like that, but if you look back at the tournament, Coach Kenny had zero impact on the tournament. And coming out of the tournament, people were questioning if he was going to be the same. Whether or not he was actually a threat. Everybody was talking about the 49ers over there when it came to the NFC West. And the Seahawks have had a pretty firm grip. They've had great games. They lost to the undefeated Ravens here today, but that's nothing to sneeze at. It was a good game, good and close. So I think even throughout the rest of the season, they're going to be a huge threat. They face the Falcons next week, which will be a great game in Atlanta.
So I know you guys have already talked about your big surprises that are impressing you this season, but who's really fallen off your book so far?
I'm gonna have to go. I'm going with Quadres Reese. I thought he would come in the league and turn the clock back to where he left. Yeah, when he's in here 1-5, he made a big splash trade for Cameron Jordan. That hasn't panned out well for him. He's sitting there 1-5 and looking at the stars. I just thought that he would be a lot better than what he is, and I'm a little disappointed with that, with the Broncos coach over there.
What were you gonna say, Commish?
No, I was gonna say, and not that this user has ever really excelled in the league, but I'm just looking at their roster and what they have the potential for. But the Colts, I really thought the Colts was going to do something this year. Most people don't believe Devance or Coach Ball as like a good passer, like one of the best passers in the league. But I've seen him do work with less. So at this point, I'm thinking that the Colts should be a lot higher in the rankings right now. But he's 1-5, week 6, week 7.
Oh, okay. You know, I'm really disappointed in the Cowboys. Second best roster in the game. They had a good preseason. If you think about it, had a couple nice wins. But I just don't know. They're on a 4-game losing streak. Got to start in 2-1. And 3 of their losses, they were home losses. So you gotta win those games at home. I just don't know. That was my biggest faller. I just didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't have any tape on him, the biggest faller for me, and once again, it's just like Coach Ball, where you don't think their thumbs are that great, but the roster, they shouldn't be awful. How do the Steelers have no wins? Like, I look at the Cardinals roster and user, and I'm like, all right, that makes sense. I look at the Dolphins roster, and some of his games he should have won. So I don't blame that. And thumbs wise, don't blame him. And then I look at the Steelers and I see Big Ben, I see Juju, and I see TJ Watt, and I see this talent that should at least have one win. Like, you have no wins with multiple X factors, whereas the Bills only have Micah Hyde. And Micah Hyde is a gift of an X factor, if we're just all being honest. I don't think that's X factor, I think he just has superstar. So yeah, definitely the Steelers. Definitely the Steelers for me. 'Cause at least the Cowboys have some wins with all that talent. Steelers have a lot of talent and no wins.
That's fair, but I'm looking at his schedule, right? He's faced the Patriots, who's a fringe user. We don't know where we don't know where he really lands at. He faced the Seahawks, lost by 10. He faced the 49ers and got stomped. He lost to the Bengals. Oh my god! But then he lost to the Ravens following that, and then the Chargers. So I think he's just had a bumpy road.
He should have had
at least one win. I would have given him the Bengals for sure, and maybe the Patriots. But the rest of these games, I mean, I don't know. Next thing to talk about, let's look at the standings for each division. I want to know who you think is coming out of each division right now, week 7. We start with what, the AFC North?
AFC North is Imperials to lose.
Yeah.
Ravens.
I gotta go Ravens as well right there.
Yeah, Ravens. I think Browns have too many L's. I just don't see enough L's coming out the Ravens.
Oh my god, the AFC South, Jesus.
Oh, I mean, do we even have to talk about this one?
It's just the Jaguars.
It's just
There's no other team in there. There's no other team in the division.
Come on.
He'll probably be able to clinch. He'll be able to clinch that division by week 10.
Come on.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. They have a combined record of what, 2-17? What's that? 2-17
without him.
Yeah, without him.
The Jags.
Yeah, it's bad. It's ugly.
Awful.
All right, we're looking at the AFC East.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Biggest faller.
Oh yeah, Monday should have been in that list.
Yeah.
The Texans, another one of the biggest fallers.
He also had the most difficult schedule.
I gotta check out the schedule.
Terrible.
He had a bad schedule. But
look at the AFC East.
I'm going Bills, man. I believe in them. I don't like that AP just got hurt. That's going to hurt him a little bit, but I think the thumbs are the best on the Bills.
He's my big surprising team, the Bills. However, I feel like Tom Brady comes out of it. I feel like Ricky comes back. The return of Ricky. Kang, I believe Kang going to turn back into the old Kang in the second half of the season. But I'm going to say the return of Ricky to the playoffs.
You know, the last time Ricky made it to the playoffs, he won the Super Bowl.
That's right. Ooh. That is absolutely right.
Revo stat of the week.
All right, so we're looking at the AFC West. So the easy choice for me would be our guest speaker today, the belt with the Chargers. But I'm actually going to go with the Chiefs right here. I think that Brandon Smith resurrects himself from the grave like the Undertaker and takes over this division, this conference actually.
I'm going Chiefs on this one. I'm sorry, Chargers. I'm going Chargers on this one. I'm sorry. I'm going Chargers on this one. Chargers take this division. He'll easily walk away with this one.
Oof.
Believe it or not.
I got the upset. I got the Raiders.
Ooh.
I feel like the Chargers and Chiefs are going to beat up on each other. I think they're going to beat up on each other, and the Raiders are going to sneak in with a division title.
The Raiders.
The Raiders. The Raiders.
Oh,
The 75 million cap penalty Raiders. Ooh.
Hey, listen, they'll pay that and make the playoffs as division winners.
they say, what did it cost? Everything.
Everything.
All right, so let's move on to the NFC. So we got the NFC North.
Bears.
I'm going with the Bears. Yeah, I have to go with the Bears. They get the, I don't know if they got the most experience.
Going Packers.
I'm taking Packers.
Packers?
I think the Bears traded too much away offensively. I think they traded their identity away.
I didn't like the
Yeah,
Last
I think they got you as Jamil would like to say.
Yeah, they
You know,
tried to
thinking
get
you can win with everybody. Thinking you can win with
Yeah.
anyone. I mean, is what I'm trying to say.
I
Can't trade a
don't think
talent
they
like
can
them.
sustain, Right, exactly. And if Tariq Cohen goes down with an injury, it's back to square zero.
No, if it ain't broke,
Yeah,
don't fix it. I just don't see the need
That's
to
right.
give away if you're undefeated.
That's right. I'm going Packers.
D-Man?
Yeah, Bears. Bears all the way.
Yeah, I'm going Bears for that one.
They have no excuses with that roster.
Moving on to the NFC South. Oof. Easy choice. For me, it's the Falcons. That's what my gut says.
My favorite team in the league, Atlanta Falcons. This is my favorite team in the league, the Atlanta Falcons. I think that they take this one. Landslide.
Yeah.
Landslide
I think-
taking this one.
I think the Saints turn around. Let me tell you why.
But enough to
They were a 14-yard field goal away from being the Jaguars, and they almost knocked off two undefeated teams back to back.
Almost doesn't count.
know
though.
it.
it's my division. But let me ask you a question, Donovan. Let me ask you a question. Is it enough with the losses that they already have mounted? Like, do you see the
I think
Falcons
so.
losing 4 times in a season?
Let me tell you why. You still have to play him twice, and I think he beats you both. I think he sweeps you.
I'm going split at best. I can't say that he's gonna
And then,
sweep the
man,
Falcons.
you still have the Rams, the Seahawks. You still got play
I'm the hardest schedule in the
You
league.
still have Jamil, and you still have Trap Omega.
Trap.
So that could
Yeah, I'm the hardest schedule in the
easily
league.
be at least 5 L's right there. Not saying that you're gonna lose them, but it's possible.
No, I got you. I got the hard schedule in the league.
I'm sorry.
And you almost
Jimmy.
slipped up to money, so I just don't know if you're the real deal anymore.
Ooh.
You slipped up to a team like the Texans, the 0-5 Texans.
Oh, you mean the one that you
don't know
were
about
down
that.
17-0 against? Okay.
Before the lights cut out, I understand.
Hey,
His X factor,
Hey.
Bill. You gotta think about his X factor, the lag. I had to overcome that.
Hey. Never,
Oh my
hey,
god.
never a dull moment around Coach Baker, right? Never a dull moment.
Oh my god. I was wondering, like, what you mean his X factor?
I didn't know he was
Well,
going with that. I
Damn.
didn't know he's going with that.
That's his user X factor, man.
I mean, you could ask Marcus. He watched the game. The X factor almost affected me.
Yeah, the X Factor chimed in. That thing. That
X factor was
chimed
crazy.
Hey, but look, the Falcons have to win this division. He's the most enthusiastic owner in the league. He's the most passionate about his team. You ever watch one of the broadcasts from Atlanta, from the city of Atlanta? They are I don't know how to even describe it. They're the best thing on television. But let's go ahead and move on to the NFC East. You know, I'm the commissioner or whatever, and I am the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, and I don't want to toot my own horn. I think it's my division.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That entire division's awful.
Right.
Ooh.
Outside of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Cowboys.
The Eagles
Kevin
are-
Stewart, come on. Kevin Stewart, come on. Okay, come on. I hope you can hear me. We don't even have to talk about this. Come on, 2-5.
My biggest thing is with the Cowboys is only 7 games into the season and you're giving up 200 points with that Cowboys defense.
Come
The
on.
fastest defense in the game.
You should easily be winning every time possession with that old line with the Ezekiel Elliott, but that's just me.
Possibly, arguably one of the top 5 corners in the league. Arguably. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Come on. Get out of here. Get out of here. Eagles. Eagles taking that. Although the Giants are
I get the
creeping up,
Eagles.
but the Giants are on the seesaw right now with the worst, probably the worst team on the game. He'll probably have 3 wins there for a little bit. I'm going Eagles easy.
Oh yeah. So the last division we're going to talk about is the NFC West. I don't know.
That's a tough one. That's to me
I'm
turned out.
putting my mic up on this.
I think this comes down to week 17, week 16, week 17. We might see all 3
What's the schedule?
teams make the playoffs.
What's the schedule? What's the schedule during that time period? The people can know.
Let's go look real quick. I got I'm gonna pull up Rams real quick. Who y'all got?
I know the 49ers play the Falcons week 15. That's going to be big for him.
Hey, so the Rams got the easiest last 3 games of the season. They got Cowboys, then they play Niners, who they beat already. Then they play the Cardinals.
Cardinals is a win.
Yeah, that's a win, and the Cowboys should be a win for the most part. It should be a win. Then we got the Niners. The Niners' last 3 games. Obviously, the Rams. Ooh, they play the Falcons and the Seahawks. He has the toughest last 3 games of the season. The Falcons, the Rams, and the Seahawks. Then
Slide pressure on pick. I might give him first.
No sweat. We're not sweating.
Your mic's supposed to be up. Come on, man.
Hey, put your mic.
We're not sweating.
So, then you got the Panthers, Cardinals, and 49ers for the Seahawks. It's a toss. I think the Rams got the easiest last 3 by far. So that should be. I'm gonna give it to the Rams. I'm gonna say the Rams.
Should be.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Rams take the division.
The Rams as well.
Give me the 49ers, man. I think in their last 3, they pull out 2 out of 3. Obviously, you know which one I think they're going to lose. And I think throughout the rest of the season, they're going to be more consistent than the other 2.
They also have the best defense. Well, statistically, they're only giving up 123 points through 7 weeks. I want to say that might be.
That's one of the best in the league.
Yeah, one of the best in the league by far. I think only behind the Falcons, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, it's top 5. So you got the Falcons, the Bears, the Chargers, the Panthers, and then
Falcons with the number 1 defense. That's crazy.
Number 1 defense and the
Really
number 2 offense.
Oh my God.
Wow. Number 2 offense.
Hell, the Chargers are number 3 of points against.
Points against?
170.
Before the forces, the Chargers had the number 1 defense in the league as far as points given up. Just throw that out there.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I was number 2. I had multiple shutouts on, but it's cool. It's cool. We both lost a lot.
Oh yeah.
Start.
Hey, I know that Falcons game is about to start. That just about wraps it up. I appreciate everybody for coming, and join us again next time on Rebel First Take. We out.